Hello, my loves, and welcome to this week's episode of I Think I Need Therapy. By the time you're watching this, I will be 21. Yay! My birthday is on Monday, the 11th of November, so this is coming out on Tuesday, so it'll be the day after. And for it, I thought, why not come on, give you guys 21 lessons that I've learned in my 21 years of living. But first, look at my nails. I don't know if you could see them. If you're watching the video. If you're not watching the video, I'm sorry. If you're just listening. But I got them done a few days ago for my birthday, just for fun, because a few of my friends have been getting their nails done, and I have not done my nails. I haven't got my nails done professionally since elementary school. But last year I used to do like Glamnetic, if any of you know what that is. They're just like press-on nails, and they were really nice. They're really cute. I kind of got addicted to them, like I am with my lashes. But like then I got so annoyed because I felt like so fucking ratchet because they would just like pop off everywhere. Like they would just like be falling off, and then I would just be like, I had like cheap eyelashes too, and then these cheap nails, so like my lashes would be half on and like my nails would be all off, and I'm like, I look like a ratchet bitch. Like I can't be doing this anymore. So now I've upgraded. I have better lashes now, and I mean, I hope I do. I hope I'm not like blind to the way they look. If they do ever look ratchet, please let me know, please. And now my nails are professionally done, so they hold up a lot better, and the place I went to is really good, and I've never had like fun nails like this. Normally I do just like a color, like blank, but these are fun. They have like, if you're listening, they have these little stars, and like I actually have jewels on them that come out, and then see these little dots. Or like kind of is like he's had to like spray on the pink. I have a milky white base with like sprayed on pink in the middle. And then I have like also these like 3D like lines. It's like, I don't know, just like glue that he put on or something. I don't know how to describe them, but they're fun and they're very like birthday and they're very me. So yeah, I just needed to take a minute for that because they make me happy. I have like a whole new persona when I have nails on too. I feel like I'm put together. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the lessons. Let's get into them. So my very first one, and if you know me, it's like my life motto. I have it tattooed on me, so I had to put it first. But it is to be here now. Appreciate the moment. Appreciate where you are in the here and the now. You literally only have this moment once, and from what I've learned is that time just keeps getting faster. It does not slow down. Like literally somehow time just gets faster and faster the older you get. And I know I'm only 21, so I am still fucking young, but I don't know, in high school I thought it was picking up. And in high school, like from grade 9 to grade 12, I was like, oh my god, everything just keeps getting faster. Like the years just keep flying by faster and faster. And then I got to college, and then every year literally is the blink of an eye. So appreciate where you are in the moment, because you literally never have that moment again. You will never have that time again. So appreciate it and really be there, because I think a lot of times, especially with our phones, I hate to get into it, but we can be distracted and taken away from the moment, and we can be in a whole nother place while we're in one setting, or we can be thinking about the future, thinking about the past, and dwelling on things that happened, or, you know, stressing about what might happen and what you need to do and blah, 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 blah. And we forget to be in the moment where we are, rather than thinking about everything else. And even I notice this with my sports too. It's like I could be having like the biggest moment. I could be literally living the moment that I had worked so hard for, and that having that feeling that I had worked so hard for, but I don't appreciate it as much because I'm thinking about the future, or I'm thinking about, well, this isn't good enough, you know, like I should I shouldn't celebrate this because I need to get to a bigger moment, or, you know, like, this isn't done yet, like, I need to win the next thing and the next thing, and blah, 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 blah. Or I could be, or I could be worried about something that happened earlier that day or earlier that week, and it affects where I am in the moment. So I think what I've learned is that being in that moment, I can truly appreciate what is there and what I had worked so hard to get to, and literally celebrate myself. And yeah, I think that's a huge, huge thing, and one thing that I live by, and one thing that I think as you get older, you definitely realize that you need to be in the present. You need to be where your feet are. And especially for me, like, getting into my head and getting anxious and being stressed, I need to ground myself a lot, and I need to just, like, come into where I am, where my feet are, where my body is, and put my mind into this moment, or else I'm just gonna be all over the place in my head. So by grounding yourself, by coming into the present moment, you can really ground yourself and calm yourself and get your mind to relax. So that's my first one. And then my second piece of advice is that it's okay to outgrow people, places, and habits. It's okay to move on, to let people go, to let things go, to let habits go. If you relate yourself, or if you define yourself by something, by someone, by a certain habit or certain thing that you do, you don't have to define yourself by that for forever. You can outgrow that. You can let go of those things, because it will create more space for new growth and for new things to come in. And maybe that was you for a certain time, but you can grow into something new, and you can let go of the past and say hello to the future. And this kind of molds into my next piece of advice, or my next lesson, and they intertwine with each other. And so the next one is that you can change your narrative at any point in time. And by this I mean that you can literally change the way you're living. You can change your style. You can change your whole life. You can change who you are. You can change your whole setting. You can change all the characters in your life. You can change anything at any given point in time. And you have the choice to do that. You have the decision and the power to do that. And so it's okay for you to be constantly changing and constantly going into new seasons of your life, because that's life, period. And it's okay to let go of the past and say goodbye to certain people, because not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Not everyone is meant to stay. People are meant to only come in and give you a lesson for that time, or serve a purpose for that point in time in your life, and then move on. And you move on too. So be okay with that. Accept that. And also accept that you're not going to stay in one place forever. Move. Explore new places. Get into a new setting, and use that to, like, start a new life in a new setting, and meet new people, and explore new things about yourself and the world and everything. I think that's what life is meant for. So accept that. Accept change fully. I think that's what these 2 points are, is to accept change and know that you get to choose who you are. Appreciate the past versions of yourself, but allow yourself to shift into a new version of yourself and change your narrative whenever you want to. Next, number 4. What I preach and what I live by, and what I want you all to take, is to respect and take care of your body. Your body is the only one you were given. You were blessed with this vessel of life. So please take care of it, and please show it some love and care and respect. Care for it physically and mentally. Just take care of yourself. Stop trying to shrink yourself to feel seen. Literally, just appreciate that you were given this vessel of life and this body to live in, to experience life with. appreciate the fact that you have a body that can move and that keeps you alive and that allows you to breathe and to love and to explore and to laugh and to feel joy and to cry and to feel angry and do the things you love the most. Literally appreciate the fact that you have this body and just care for it. Don't try and shrink it. Don't try and change it. Don't try and wreck it, or I don't even know. Just stop trying to change it. Just love it and appreciate it and take care of it, because it's the only one you have and you won't get a new body. You literally won't. So take care of this one that you have here and now. Please, please. This also ties into my next one, and that is that your mind and your body do not define you. It's what is on the inside that does. This is something I had to remind myself over and over again when I was going through my eating disorder recovery, because I am not my body. It does not define me. It does not define my value, my worth, how lovable I am, how likable I am. It does not define anything about me. It's just a body. That's all it is. And what is on the inside, who I am as a person, what really matters, and that is what is most important. So put your energy into being the best person you can, being the happiest you can, and being the most appreciative and beautiful person you can be on the inside. That is what beauty is. Literally, if you meet someone who is so beautiful on the outside, so attractive, just the most gorgeous human being on the outside, and you go up to them and you realize they're the nastiest person on the inside, it makes them so much more unattractive. It makes them like an ugly person if they're not good on the inside, if they're not nice and gentle and kind and good on the inside, then they're not going to be as beautiful. But if there's someone who's not conventionally attractive, but they have a beautiful soul and just a magnetic energy, just a good energy, who's kind and just a great person, that makes them so much more beautiful and so much more attractive to have those insights that are so just amazing. So it literally doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It matters what is on the inside. And think about it, even when you have friends. Like, I don't choose my friends based off of their appearance. I'm not like, yeah, they're gorgeous, they're gonna be my friend. No. My friends are the ones. I do have beautiful friends. I think all my friends are actually gorgeous people. But they are such good people on the inside. They are just so funny and likable and good to be around. Like, that's the person you want to be. Like, even when you think about relationships, it might be like, well, you need to be attracted to the person. Yeah, you do. But also, if you don't enjoy being around them, like, you're not going to date them. You're not going to want to stay with them. And vice versa. Like, they're not going to stay with you if you're not, like, a good person. And if you're not fun to be around and enjoyable to be around. So focus on being a good person rather than trying to change your body and everything you are. And even your mind, like, that part of it, you are not how smart you are or how your mind is. Even if you're mentally ill, that does not define you. That's not who you are. It's how you express yourself and all of that. That's who you are, is your soul. On that line, my sixth lesson is that your mistakes do not define you. Be grateful for mistakes. They are lessons and opportunities for growth. Doing things wrong, messing up, making mistakes is such a powerful thing and such like a blessing in disguise. I think the most successful people are the people who have made the most mistakes. And they're the people who have picked themselves up time and time again from those mistakes, from falling down, from getting things wrong. I think when we get the wrong answer, or if we do something wrong and mess up, that's when we learn the most. That's when you retain the most information. So do not be afraid to do that. Do not be afraid of getting the wrong answer. Like, it is actually a good thing. It's actually a really good thing to mess up a lot. Even in my sports, like, when I do things wrong, that's when I get the corrections. That's when I learn what I'm supposed to be doing to do things right and to grow and do things more properly. So do things wrong, mess up, learn how to do things better. Literally, don't be afraid to. Number 7, the only opinion that matters in your life is your own. You have to live with you for the rest of your life, 24/7, forever. Nobody else. Nobody else. So every decision, every choice you make is going to only impact and affect you. It's not going to affect anyone else. So why care what someone else has to say? Why care what someone else's opinion is and what they think is right or wrong for you to do? Because that doesn't matter. They don't have to live with that decision. They're just giving you an opinion. What matters is your own opinion and what you think of you and what you decide to do. What you think of you is so important, because if someone else thinks poorly of you, okay, whatever, they're living with that. That's their opinion. They get to be hateful, whatever. But if you hate yourself, then you live with that hate all day long. You live with that, and you live with whatever you think about yourself. And so when you change that opinion to be a positive one about yourself, then you get to live with this positive reinforcement and this positive vision of yourself, and that can bring you so much more peace. So it doesn't matter if everyone else in your life thinks that you're an awful person. If you believe that, then you will live in misery. But if you believe that you are a great person and they all don't like you, that's okay. You're happy. You love you. That's what matters, because you're the one living with that. Who cares? They have to live with whatever they think. It's only impacting them. Number 8 is to invest in what makes you happy. And this goes along the exact same lines, is that you have to live with the decisions that you make and the choices that you make. So invest in what you truly are passionate about. Pursue your passions, even if they're unconventional, even if everyone thinks it's silly and stupid. Literally do what you want to do. Do what makes you the most happy. Do what you're most passionate about, because you have to live with it, and you have to live either in misery with not doing what you're happy with, not doing the things that bring you joy and that you're passionate about, or you can live doing the things that make you happy, doing what gives you joy, doing what you're passionate about and that you love. That seems like a much better life. And so it doesn't matter if it's silly or if maybe it takes a lot of time or whatever. Invest in your passions. Invest in what makes you happy. Because why the heck are we here making money, living, putting all this work in for what? To live a life that we don't even really like? It's just because it's what we're told to do? No. Make the money so you can spend it on things you like, spend it on things you enjoy, and make money doing the things you like to do, what you're passionate about. You only live once. Don't waste this time being miserable and doing things that you don't even enjoy doing. Number 9 is to be your own biggest cheerleader. This also goes hand in hand with like the only opinion that matters is your own. Because if we're not celebrating ourselves, if we're not our biggest cheerleader, then who is? Who is gonna be? Who is gonna do that? Nobody. So be that person for yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader, because we're not going to enjoy our wins and our successes if we don't celebrate them, if we don't take a step back and appreciate like all the success we've been given, or not been given, but all the successes we had. Like, take a step back and just like be proud of yourself and like give yourself that credit. Give yourself that pat on the back. Like, you have done that shit. Like, you did that. Literally, you did that. So celebrate yourself. Give yourself the credit, because you deserve that, and you deserve to be your own biggest cheerleader. Hype yourself up a bit. Hell yeah. Number 10, halfway through, is that it's okay to be selfish. Like I was just saying, it's okay to hype yourself up. It's okay to compliment yourself. It's okay to do all those things, and it's okay to be selfish and do things for you. I think the theme of all of these that we're really getting is that, like, you're literally only living with you for the rest of your life. So you need to be your own best friend. Because when you're your own biggest cheerleader, when you're selfish, when you're doing things that make you the happiest, when you're choosing you, that's when you have the most peace and the most, like, freedom in your life. Like, that's when you will thrive. Literally, I can wrap the whole episode up now. Like, that's basically what all of these are saying. But it's okay to be selfish. I know sometimes, maybe all the time, I live for other people and make decisions based off of what will make other people happy and what they want to do. But then I realized, like, it's okay for me to say no. It's okay for me to be like, you guys can do that. You do whatever you want to do. But right now, I need to do this for me. Like, I'm not okay. I need to go to my room, have my little bit of alone time. Like, it's okay to be selfish and do that for me. It's going to be draining for me to do something that I don't want to do. So I've learned to accept that it's okay. I'm learning, not 100% there yet. But it's okay for me to make decisions for myself and be selfish. That is okay. So believe it and know that you can make your own decisions. You can do things for yourself, and you don't have to do everything for everyone else. You don't. It's your life. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, is that it's your life, not anyone else's. Be selfish. Do things for you. Period. I'm literally so stuffy. I am so sorry. I'm still getting over being sick, and I just, like, I know I probably sound like I need to blow my nose, and I probably fucking do, but it, like, literally won't go away. Even if I blow my nose, I will still sound like this. Anyways, moving on. Number 11, you don't have to have everything out by the time you get to college. You don't. It seems like you need to. It seems by the time you're 18 or even 17, you have to have your life planned out, figured out, everything set to go, and know your whole future. Literally, people are in their 40s and still don't know what the fuck they're doing or what they want to do. I think majority of people on this planet, no matter their age, don't have their shit figured out. Like, literally. We're all just living. We're all just going with what life throws at us. And that is all you can do, really. You don't have to have it figured out. Life is not a race. Everyone moves at their own pace. There's literally people my age or who are 16 and millionaires who are in the Olympics, who are, I don't know, running their own businesses. But there are also people who are my age or 16 who are homeless, who are poor, who are just living an average life. Like, everyone has their own unique paths and journeys in life. And it's not a race to get to where you want to go. It's not a race to get to the end. Like, enjoy it. The fact that you don't know what to do, or you don't know where you're going, or what to do in your future, it's all unknown. The unknown is okay. I know it's scary, but just know that life will move at its own pace, and you are on your own path and your own journey, and that is a beautiful thing. Number 12 is to listen more than you speak. And this is something I've learned. I know I'm not a big talker, even though I have a podcast. I'm not a big talker. I'm more of a listener, but I realized how powerful listening truly is. A lot of people just want someone to listen. That's all most people want, is someone to just hear them out and truly listen and understand them. And sometimes we think of listening as just like sitting and like someone talking and you're just like hearing what they're saying. But there's a difference between like hearing and listening, because like you can hear them saying something, but like if you're not truly listening to what they're saying and trying and being in the present moment with them and allowing someone to just say what they need to say and express whatever they need to express, like Allow people to feel seen and valued when you truly, truly listen to them. Number 13, don't let comparison steal your joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. The more we compare to someone else in someone else's life, the more unhappy we get. Because like I was just saying in the other point, like, we are all on our own paths and our own journeys, and we all have our unique lives. So what my life looks like is going to be different from everybody else's. What your life looks like is different from everyone else's on this planet. Like, nobody has the same life, which means nobody's lives are comparable. Bodies, appearances, faces, success, money, I don't even know, all of it is uncomparable because we're all so different that it, like, you can't compare. Like, my body is different from your body, and in 2 days they're going to be the same or they're going to be different. Like, you can't compare them because they are not. It's like a rectangle and a circle, like your apples and oranges. Like, what the fuck? Don't compare it. They're unique, they're beautiful on their own as they are. Do not compare your life to someone else's because it will only bring you down. I know it's human to compare, so I'm not going to tell you to completely stop. Like, obviously you're going to. I'm still going to. But just recognize when you do and allow yourself to not let it affect you as much as comparison normally will, and not let it steal all that joy from you and bring all that negativity into your life. Just recognize, like, yeah, I'm comparing, but I'm still going to continue to be happy, and I'm on my own unique path, my own journey, and I am my own unique person and look the way I look, and that's okay. Number 14 is to ask for help when you need it. Ask for help. Ask. With whatever it is, people will always help. Someone will always say yes and want to help you. I guarantee you, the more you ask people for things or ask people literally questions in general, they will be willing to answer. They will be willing to help you out, and they will say yes. I've watched so many like rejection therapy videos, and in it you'll find that people don't like get rejected as much as like you would assume them to. Like, you assume that if you ask someone something, they're just gonna reject you or be like, no. A lot of people like say yes, even in like situations where like you would assume like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do that. Like, people don't care that much. Like, people want to help you out. People want to. So just ask and get the help and get that knowledge, get whatever it is. Ask for things. Don't be afraid to. 15. Balance is essential. You can have all the success in the world. You could have good grades, you could have all the money, you could have, I don't know, the best partner, whatever in life. But if you're not balancing your life properly and appreciating all these different factors in your life, you will not be happy. So having balance is so essential, and I found this out through high school because I wasn't really balancing things very well. And I prioritized certain things, and then myself and my self-care was just so gone. It was like not even a thing. And so I became so unhappy and miserable because of that. And so when I finally learned to balance like my own time and my self-care and my sports and my friends and my school and everything else, learning to balance it all, and yeah, still having like things that I prioritize, but not like letting something like go to the bottom and be completely ignored. Acknowledging everything in my life, every factor, every part of my life, and, you know, balancing it all based on my priorities allows me to have this happiness, have this peace, and, you know, not get so stressed all the time or be unappreciative of different factors. So balance is really, really key. And finding out how you can balance your life is very, very essential to living a more stress-free life. Number 16 is that no one is judging you as much as you are judging yourself. You are your own biggest critique. A lot of people are scared to go into the public or maybe go to the gym or something because we're afraid of other people judging us. But really, we are holding ourselves back so much with that fear because we are the only ones that judge us, like that much. Nobody else is judging you the way that you assume they are. You are judging yourself so much more than anyone else ever would. And everyone else is in their own little heads, judging themselves and too concerned about you judging them to be judging you, if that makes sense. So stop being afraid of other people's judgments and start being kinder to yourself too. Number 17 is that the little girl is still within you. That little child's version of you is still within you. Every year you get older is another version of you carry with yourself into the new year. I still have my 5-year-old self, my 13-year-old self, my 16-year-old self, my 2-year-old self, all within me, helping me along this journey of life. They are all within me, and that's why we need to be kind to ourselves. Because I don't want to let that little girl down. I don't want to be rude or mean to that little girl. I want to help her live a life that she deserves, and be kind to her and treat her with care and respect because that's what she deserves. And so know that that little version of you is still within you. Be kind to them. Okay. Number 18 is that it's okay to say no. Say fucking no. Say hell to the no. If something does not feel right, if something is not right for you, if you don't want to do something, say no. It is okay. You can say no and you have the power to say no. So say no when it does not feel right, or just say no period all the time. I know people are in their say yes journeys, but I'm in my say no journey. This is my season where I say no. Okay? No. Number 19 is that roommates make a difference. Choose your roommates wisely. I have been blessed with a lot of good roommates, but from it I've realized that a lot of people get stuck with roommates who are bad. And even living with my roommates, I realized we kind of form into each other. Me and my roommate Laura are the same person. We have a lot of the same, we say the same things at the same time very frequently and do the same things. So know that who you live with is who you surround yourself with. Maybe not even roommates, maybe it's just who you spend the most time around is who you will become. So be smart about who you choose to spend the most time around, because you will become that person. If they're not someone you want to be don't spend all your time around them. Literally, choose wisely. Number 20 is that perfection is not real. It is made up in your mind. There is no such thing as perfect, because your version of perfect is different from my version of perfect and the next person's version of perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. You have your own ideal, your own image of what perfect may be, but that really is not perfect, if that makes sense. So know that you don't have to do things perfectly all the time. That's just what you're putting, that's just pressure and expectations you're putting onto yourself. Nobody else is going to see that as perfect, only you are. So just do things to the best of your ability, but don't put so much pressure on yourself for everything to be perfect. And finally, number 21 is to tell your people you love them. You never know when it's going to be someone's last day. You never know when it's going to be the last time you see someone. So tell them you love them. Tell your parents you love them. Tell your best friend you love them. Tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your cousins, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your grandma, tell your grandpa, tell your partner, tell everyone you love that you love them. Because I don't think we hear it enough. And sometimes I wish I heard it more. Tell your people you love them. Tell your people, I love you. I love you. And I thank you for listening to this video, and I thank you, or this episode, and I hope you all have an amazing week. I will talk to you again next Tuesday. I send you all so much love and light, and I thank you for being here. Bye, guys. Yeah. Bye.